Welcome to the Love Government. I'm Dennis Leary. We're doing a series of videos called the Sex Cards. And we are now on the 49th card. This is called the G. We're in the suit of sound. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This is the last card of the 49 card grid on the lower level. This card, called G, is about the devil in Tarot, or the love system. So even the devil has a part to play in this system. It's a negative part because these cards are negative and positive. This card then has a negative side and a positive side. Here the negative side is brought out by the devil card. The devil looks like a traditional devil sitting on his throne. He's portrayed as a goat with horns, upside down pentacle, and he is enslaving or chaining a man and a woman. They have chains around their neck, which is attached to his throne. And they also have horns. It's a picture from the Middle Ages. It's a picture of negativity. Who is the devil? If you can strip away that kind of imagery, the devil is something very real. The devil is patriarchy, as we've said many times. Patriarchy is a rebellion against the love-archy. In the Bible story, it was Lucifer, the light bearer, who rebelled against God. And he and his angels were thrown down by Michael the archangel into hell, and then the devil rules from hell. It's all a mythical story that has some truth. What's the truth behind that story? That's the part that patriarchy does not want to get out. Patriarchy is the devil, but they're not going to obviously accept that interpretation, so they're going to have all kinds of ways to deny it. And most people today deny the reality of patriarchy. They confuse it purposely with matriarchy. They deny that it ever existed, or they think it's just crazy. All kinds of ways of denying it. But there's a huge volume of literature on the subject if anybody is interested in pursuing it. It means, literally, that the father is the first principle, the first value, the top dog, the king of the road. He's running the show. That is a reversal, upside down, a reversal of the truth, which was that it was a loverarchy. The culture was governed and structured on the principle of love. It was a love culture. The love government founds itself on that idea of the love culture. The patriarchal culture, or the anti-love culture, is portrayed here as the devil. But the devil can appear as an angel of light. He doesn't want to appear as a devil. He would never appear like this. So it all has to be disguised. Satan sometimes comes as a man of peace. The poet tells a whole story about that. Satan can come as a man of peace. Satan has to describe himself. Now, we don't have to think of Satan in religious terms, but we can think of the negative side of life in realistic terms. And that you will only get to by experience and by a true presentation of what the evil is. And we present that in the handbook, the negative hand of, as I've explained a number of times, what that is. And we'll go into that under the love signs, the hand being a sign of that. There's a negative hand and a positive hand. There's a devil and an angel, if you think in those terms. But patriarchy is very, very real, and it expresses itself in very real things, such as the state of war today, the state of disease and death, the state of very dysfunctional relationships, suffering and death. All of that is contained within the understanding of patriarchy. This is the card of the suit of the card of G. So A, B, C, D, F, G. It's like a song written in G. And the form of G is that of a spiral. If you look at G closely, this is a spiral symbol. It stands for energy. We speak of a positive G and a negative G. A positive G is acceleration. When you go in an airplane, when that airplane accelerates and goes up that steep climb, you feel that positive G. Or if you start your car and you race your car, you're thrown back. That's called a positive G force, a G force. It's energy, a dynamic energy force. If it's on the negative side, it's a negative G. You decelerate, and if you stop too quickly, you're thrown forward. You're accelerating, and that can be dangerous. You can get killed. That's what, when you fall from a tall building, it's not the fall that kills you, it's a sudden stop. That's what kills you. In a car crash too, it's this boom, because you just are thrown forward. So we're talking about, when we talk about G, the form of G or the sound of G, it's an energy dynamic that is experienced and can be understood. As I said, G stands for energy, a spiraling type of energy. You can see it here, right? It's another one of those letters which goes back to the woman-based culture. It's kind of roundish, comes back to a similar place, circular, it's very circular and roundish, and it refers to a spiraling motion. If you look at the word energy, we can also spiral in to the essence of the love culture, where we're going, by the way. That's what all these talks are about. Look at the word energy. It means in, urgy, in her. There's an urgency to it. There's an urge. Energy has an urge to it. It's going somewhere. It's doing something. It's active. It's in her. In N-er-G. In her G. So I'm just playing with the words here to bring out a meaning. In her G. Energy. In her. Her is the lover. Her woman. And it's her G. The form of G. It means her body. Her dancing body is like a spiraling dancing body. So the energy comes from the dancing lover, which is all of reality. It comes from that dancing, spinning action of love, which is a spiraling action. If you look at the galaxies, some of them are spiraling galaxies, and you can see that spiraling energy. So our lives are based on that dynamic. We spiral in and out, as if we're dancing. We have these processes going on our life. We're born, and then we die. We come to, and we're reborn, and we die, and we're reborn. And the days turn into nights, the nights turn into days. We are awake, and then we sleep. And then we go back awake, and we sleep. Day and night. And we go from one state to another. It's always this dance of life going on, and it's all about love. It's a love dance. And these cards portray that. The dance of life. If you can imagine these cards coming alive and they're dancing. Or in the soothe sound, being at a concert and you're hearing this music. It's a wonderful experience if you're into that kind of music. So life itself becomes musical. We dance with life. And we get into the flow, and that's love. That's energy. And that is even includes the devil. You see, the love is freedom, about freedom. Freedom that's well governed, but love will include the devil or negativity because of the principle of freedom. In order to experience true love, we have to be free individuals. If we're free to make a choice, we can choose love or anti-love. Patriarchy or negativity is not about freedom, it's about the opposite. It's about control. It's about force. It's about fraud and lying. And we are under that system, 99%. But the system could not survive and perpetuate itself if it showed its true colors. So it has to fly false colors. It has to fool us, trick us, lie. So patriarchy is the father of lies. The father of lies. And in the love government, we see through the lies. We can see through the lies, and then we call a spade a spade. We simply tell the truth. In order to do that, our words have to match our actions. And then we have to know which actions are in line with truth or love and which are not. It's an action-based system. It's about energy, which, as I said, is action. Actions speak louder than words. One picture is worth 1,000 words, as the saying goes. So by our actions, we can tell if we're a true lover or not. But then what are the actions? Well, I'm not going to go into it here, but I'll go into it particularly under the love signs track, which is a different track, different series of episodes. And then we talk about sex signs. What are the signs of sexual love? What are the signs? And those are spelled out in the handbook, or the 5 actions, the 5 basic actions. But you know how life goes in a circle? Day and night, winter and summer, spring and fall. So the actions flow into the words, and the words flow into the actions. That's called truth. When your words match your actions, and then the actions are based on the third principle of the Trinity, that which is love. So all of this has to go together. That's why we take our time to go through all these episodes, and we go through it again and again. Every day is a learning experience. Every day, every episode, every experience, every moment is a love action. But it can also be negative. It always can be anti-love. Anyway, we come now to the end of the lower 7x7 grid called G, and we're going to go on to the 3 final cards in the next 3 episodes. Thank you for being with us. We wish you love as always. Love, love, and always more love. Thank you.